everything right, it was you and me.
Hi everyone, my name's Nima and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I have such an exciting one. I've been wanting to film this for a while, ever since the first historical romance readathon that's hosted by Jess, Lacey, and Lisa. I have been slowly building my collection of historical romances. I don't know why I've been doing that because I've yet to read one. I should have probably read one first and then bought as many as I could, but I just did it. And I have yet to read one yet. And before this historical romance readathon that's taking place, I think next weekend, I decided to read a few of the ones that I own and get my reactions and feelings down about how I feel about them. I really want to like historical romances. I mean, the covers are so beautiful, the step backs are so beautiful. Just really want to get into them. So I decided to, I keep touching my hair, I decided to read them for the first time in this video. So I'm still conflicted on the ones that I want to read, but I have a few things that I want to happen while reading this. I want to be able to understand it. That's like my biggest fear, and why I haven't picked them up for so long is because I tried to watch Pride and Prejudice, and I literally was like, I could not understand a single thing that was going on, like at all. Like there was not one thing that I could understand. So I was like, uh-oh. I was going to read Pride and Prejudice, but I was like, I can't understand this. And I just don't want that to happen with these historical romances. But yeah, that's one thing. Other thing is I've been under the impression that there isn't a lot of smut in historical romances. I now found out that that was false, and there actually is a lot of smut in historical romances, so I'm excited for that. Apparently it's better in historical romances, so I'm very happy for that aspect. Yeah, those are only my two concerns. I just really want to be able to understand it. That's like my main thing. So I thought I'd show you guys the books that I am planning to read. I have two shelves here. I rearranged my shelves last night, like at 4 a.m. or this morning at 4 a.m. because I was just up. And I have my historical romances here. These are like full-size historical romances, which you should have saw in my haul. I think I'm posting that tomorrow. And then I have like a few more historical romances at the bottom. But yeah, I'm going to show you guys the historical romances I plan to read. So the first one that I want to read for this video is Eloisa James's A Duke of Her Own. I just picked this out because it has the prettiest cover. I'm so annoyed with the sticker. It isn't even from the place that I bought it from. And then there's a small sticker in the back that I spent $2.98 on it. Super cheap. I saw a hack that if you put a blow dryer up to the sticker, like, and put it on high, apparently it takes it off with no residue. So I'm going to try that because a lot of these have some stickers and I don't want any residue on them. But this is apparently about a duke who has to marry very fast, and he's kind of between two daughters of other dukes from other, like, you see, this is where I'm going to start getting confused, because if you have a duke and then a daughter, what's the name of the daughter? Is that a duchess? What is that? I'm gonna look that up. But yes, so two dukes from are they kingdoms? Are they villages? What are they? I don't know. Two other dukes are kind of like auctioning off their daughters, and this particular duke is like choosing between them. So I guess this will kind of be like a love triangle. I'm super excited. This is apparently a part of a series, and I'm not sure which series it is, but I have one other book here from that series. It's called This Duchess Is Mine. So beautiful. Do they look like they're from the same series? No. But yeah, so this is going to be the first one that I read. I'm so excited for that. And then I'm not sure the order that I'm going to read these next ones, but I definitely am going to read them for this video. I really want to read Sarah McLean's The Rogue Not Taken. It's so beautiful. The step back is beautiful as well. And this is apparently about a girl who is trying to escape she's trying to escape her aristocratic destiny. I guess she's like had some trouble with her title, and so she tries to escape it and then meets Marquess, and he's like trying to get her, but she's like has no interest in that, and he thinks that she's trying to trick him into marriage by playing like hard to get, but apparently she's like, no, I really don't want you. And he's like trying to get her, he's trying to like get her, but he also thinks that she's playing like the hard to get game. It looks very fun and funny, so I'm very excited to read this. This book was $3.95 and I love it. I'm glad there's no stickers on the cover because that would be a hassle, but it's so pretty and I'm really excited to read it. Then I want to read by Beverly Jenkins, Forbidden. This is the prettiest cover ever. Oh my gosh. Apparently this is about a man who is white passing. This black man who is white passing rescues this black woman from the desert, and he falls for her, but he's white passing and he can't fall for this beautiful black woman because that would blow his whole cover, I believe. It says here that she won't risk her heart for him, and she owes him his life, but she owes him her life, but like she just can't risk her heart. And yeah, apparently, yeah, I don't know how this is gonna go down. I don't know much about it, but I know the cover is beautiful, and I know everybody loves and raves about Beverly Jenkins. So yeah, this should be very good as well. And then the last book, I'm conflicted between two books here. I either want to read Loretta Chase's Your Scandalous Ways. I don't know what this is about, but I'll show you the step back and how pretty it is. Yeah, I don't know if I want to read this one, or I want to read When He Was Wicked by Julia Quinn. Here is the step back. I posted this for Step Back Saturday. This is actually not the first. This is a part of a series called the Bridgerton series, and apparently this is becoming like a Netflix show or movie. I forget, but this is like the 5th book in the series, so I'm kind of like, I know it doesn't really matter the order that you read them, but I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. So yeah, I'm either gonna read these two books for the last one, but yeah, I'm so excited to read these books and tell you guys my opinions on them. I'm already at 8 minutes. I mean, dang. These are them, super pretty. I'm obsessed with each of them. Yeah, so now I'm gonna get into A Duke of Her Own, and I'm gonna update you guys when I get a little bit into it, tell you guys how I'm liking like the language, if it's understandable, and yeah. But I am now 8 chapters into, what is this called? A Duke of Her Own. I'm really liking this. So basically what's going on is that there's a duke named Valar. It's like, I don't know how to pronounce it. And he is looking for a wife. He wanted to marry a daughter of another duke from another province. And why? Wait, hold up. I look so wretched. Let me fix this. He wants to marry a daughter of another duke. He has 6 illegitimate children, and he's never met them before. And he's finally finding out about them, or he already knew about them, but now he wants them to come live with him, and he wants a wife to take care of them and then have a child with him, so he has like a true heir. And right now he's between 2 of the only available daughters of other dukes. He's choosing between those 2. There's Eleanor. I don't know if they're called like ladies or just, yeah. So there's Eleanor, and then there's Lisette. And basically right now the duke and Eleanor and the duke are basically visiting Lisette right now in her country home. And right now I can tell there's about to be some major drama that goes on. Apparently Lisette and Eleanor were friends kind of, but they haven't seen each other in 7 years. And the duke already is like interested in Lisette and Eleanor, and I can just tell because there's been a scene already where Eleanor is like, what the heck, like she's cuddling up, so he's like looking at her with so much interest, and I'm just like, dang, it's about to be a great love triangle. My thoughts are so far that on historical romances is that this book is pretty easy to understand, and yeah, I'm listening along with the audiobook. I was kind of nervous for that, but it's actually not bad at all. I'm understanding what's going on, and I think I am like gonna become obsessed with them. I'm so excited. But yeah, I'm loving this. And also other dukes were mentioned and other duchesses were mentioned, and I think those are other dukes and duchesses from the other books in the series. So if I like this enough, I may go back. I think I have one other book in my collection from the series. It's called, I can't see from here, but it's so pretty. I showed you guys it earlier, I believe. So yeah, I'm gonna keep reading with this, and it's 12 o'clock at night. So I'm gonna try to like read as much as I can, or maybe I might not sleep. Tomorrow is kind of a busy day, so we'll have to see. I'm gonna try to remove these stickers though, just because I'm up and doing nothing, and I can do that while I'm listening. But yeah, I'm really, really enjoying this. I can tell that a lot of drama is about to go down. So yeah. Okay, guys, I forgot to mention that. Okay, let me just take this out. I look crazy. I forgot to, which has better lighting? Maybe over here. I forgot to mention that, so Eleanor is kind of mature and very, like, composed and very put together, you know? And Lisette, she's kind of clueless. I think she's even older than Eleanor, but she lives in La La Land, kind of, and she doesn't even realize that the Duke is there to see if she's, like, eligible for marriage, because everybody around her thinks that she's, like, nutty and crazy and all this stuff, but she's really just living in her own world. People think she's childish and just, like, dumb. But I'm really liking Lisette. She's kind of, like, spoiler alert, kind of? Should I say this? Like, Eleanor was talking about how the Duke asked for her hand or something like that. And she's like, wow, oh my gosh, that's so great. And I was, like, thinking, like, no, girl, you should be jealous. Like, don't you want to marry a Duke? She just doesn't think like that, and I think that's really refreshing. I don't think I read a book on Wattpad with a similar character like that, who's just so, and not really innocent, but just, like, clueless and so, like, just living in their own world, and, like, she's like a child, kind of, you know? And I think that's pretty cool. I've never really read a book like that. That's what I think I'm going to like about historical romances. A lot of the synopsises and a lot of the plots are a lot different than what you'd find in a normal historical romance. But yeah, it's kind of like a love triangle, but only one of the girls, like, that he wants to marry, or that he's considering marrying, doesn't even know that it's a love triangle. She doesn't even know that he's there. Like, it's so obvious. Oh my gosh. But it's really good. I'm really liking it. I like how Lisette and Eleanor are so completely different that it's like he has two options on opposite ends of the spectrum. Anyways, it's very good. I'm excited to keep going. I'm probably not going to update you guys for a while. I'm not even halfway done, and this is my second update, so I'm probably not going to update you until I'm halfway done. All right now. Okay, everyone, I am now halfway through the book. It is, like, almost 3 a.m., and I am really, really, really liking it. Oh my gosh. So, I don't know how to feel. I like both of the girls. I think both of them are great. Eleanor and, I don't know how to pronounce the name, Villar. Eleanor and Villar have more chemistry and, like, sexual tension, and I'm into that. And Eleanor is like a good person, like a genuinely good person, but so is Lisette. Like, Lisette is cool. She cares so much for the children, but so does Eleanor. They're literally, like, have the same morals, although Lisette doesn't care about titles and illegitimate children and all that. Neither does Eleanor, really. But Eleanor, it's hard. Like, they're both really similar in their beliefs, and the way they act is the only thing that I would say is different. Eleanor is more, like, reserved and more, but she's still nice, you know, and not like a Karen. But Lisette is more free and wild, and she's just really refreshing to read about, like I said before. But I don't know, I'm really liking both of them right now. Like, and also we just met the twins. They just rescued Eleanor, Lisette, and Villar's. They just rescued Villar's twin daughters from an orphanage that was treating them very badly, and now Villar and all of them are at Lisette's home still, but now but they have the large son there, and then the two twins that they just rescued. And Lisette was just doing like something, she was singing like lullabies to them, and he walked in, and I'm like, oh my gosh, but Eleanor's like doing her makeup and looking all nice for you, and Lisette, I just can't, like, it is so good. I cannot wait to find out who he chooses. It is gonna be so hard. Is it bad that I want him to choose both? Like, they're both really great, and like, oh my gosh, I don't know. But yeah, I'm planning to finish this like early in the morning. I'm probably not gonna sleep again. I kind of like running on no sleep. I'm a crackhead. Just kidding. Like, I mean, I don't really mind it. I get headaches, but Advil fixes it, so I don't really mind not sleeping, you know? So I think I'm going to keep reading. On my audiobook, it says that will be finished around 8 o'clock in the morning, which is perfect because that's the time that I have to wake up, and me and my mom and my brother are gonna go get a U-Haul and then move. I'm getting a new bed, and my brother's getting a new bed, and I'm kind of rearranging my room because I am going to community college. But yeah, that's what's up. I'm gonna finish this. I probably won't update you guys until the end of this book. It is so good. I'm loving it. I love love triangles, and it's so weird because it's not like an active love triangle, you know? So yeah, it's really cool. I'm so glad I'm liking historicals, or a historical. So I'm gonna finish this now, and yeah, I will update you guys later. Hey guys, it is now 5:30 in the morning, and I finally finished. Oh, by the way, I took off the sticker. It does have sticky residue. I didn't use the hair dryer. I just peeled it off, so I'm gonna use rubbing alcohol and try that. But anyways, I finished it, and it was so good. Think I'm gonna rate it 5 stars. I just love it so much. Like, everything about this was just so wholesome, and the whole vibe, like, I just loved everything about this. Like, it felt like, I don't even know how to explain it. It just felt like, I don't know. I just like how it was like mostly taking place in one setting in one of the girls' homes, and they were all guests there, and they had dinner parties, and it was just so wholesome, and the kids were there, and he was trying to choose between the two girls, and oh my gosh, it was so good. I love this book. I'm gonna look into see if like there's any books on the children, because I really want to read more about them and about their lives, honestly. I'm so happy with who he chose between the two girls. I If you remember before, which you probably did because it's like 2 seconds ago for you, I was talking about how great Lisette was and everything, and how she's really like childish and kind of just like not really care. She doesn't really care, you know? I actually think she might have a mental illness of some type. Wow, I look married. Is this even my right hand? I don't know. Wow, a wedding ring would look so good on me. Okay, whatever. Yeah, I think she has some type of mental illness of some type. I'm not sure though. But anyways, I'm not gonna spoil who he chose, but I'm just so happy that he chose the woman that he did, and it's just so wholesome and so cute. I literally want to hug this and sleep with it all night. It was just so good. I'm so happy. I don't even know if I want to read. Do I even want to read another historical romance? Like, okay, this is the end of the video, because I just don't want to, like, I don't know, like, this was just, whenever I read a really good book, I need to, like, honor it and, like, not pick up another one right away, and I just can't imagine another historical being as good as this one was. Oh my gosh, maybe I might read another Eloisa James book, but I kind of wanted to have, like, a bunch of different authors for this video, so I don't know yet. I have 3 hours until I'm supposed to wake up, so I don't know if I want to dive. How many times am I going to say it? I don't know. I don't know if I want to, like, dive into another historical or watch Real Housewives or what. But this is so good. I'm so happy. 5 stars. I'm going to type out my Goodreads review, but I'm not going to post it yet until this video goes up, so I'll just have it in my notes. But yeah, I will update you guys with the next book that I will be reading. And yeah, hello everyone. So I finally picked out another book. I was debating on whether or not I wanted to pick up another Eloisa James book, just because, you know, I really liked the last one, but I decided to stick with different authors for each book, just so I can get like a real sense of historical romances as a whole, you know? So I decided to pick up Joanna Lindsay's The Devil Who Tamed Her. I got this from my used bookstore and it looks like in perfect condition. I originally got this because of the cover and the step back. Let me show you. Step back, it is so pretty. Ignore my messy room, but I love this step back so much. I don't know if you can tell. So basically, I use this step back as a step back Saturday post. And the synopsis always interested me. It sounds really good. It's basically about this girl named Ophelia who is really ill-mannered. She's very beautiful, but she's ill-mannered. She's a ruthless gossip, and she just causes a lot of trouble for her and her family, apparently. And so she wrecks engagement with this Marquess, and the Marquess that she messed things up with was like, she'll never be anything but spiteful. And then his friend is like, okay, bet, and he like makes a bet with her that he can fix her, figure out where these problems are coming from, and have her enter society again and find a husband and make good friends and stuff like that. But when it's finally time for him to do that, he realizes that he actually might have fallen for her. So it sounds really good. Joanna Lindsay apparently is like one of the top historical romance authors, and so I'm really excited to read this. I love the name Ophelia, love the color purple, and I'm excited to get into this. It should be very good. I did see this on Audible Escape, so I'm gonna try to read it first without, and then if I want to add an audio book to it, then I will probably do that. Guys, oh my gosh, I'm not liking it. Hold up, let me get my book. Ew. I am not liking this that much. It's pretty boring. So basically, so far what's happened, I'm on chapter 13, chapter 13, and he's basically kidnapped her, kind of. He told her that he was taking her back to London after the wedding didn't happen. He ended up taking her back to one of his family homes and like the country, and now he's like trying to like get her to like he's trying to get her to talk about her life and like why she's the way she is and everybody hates her and stuff like that. And I'm just like, this is not interesting, and it's really making me sad because I just read such a great book and I wanted to keep the momentum going, but this isn't that enjoyable. And I was reading some reviews and a lot of people said it was just meh, like, and I'm totally getting those vibes. The only thing that would make this book good is if there is some like jealousy aspects. So after they leave his country home, I hope they go back to London and she starts dating people, and I hope he gets like jealous, you know? I feel like that's the only way. Otherwise, I will literally rate this book. I don't even know what I'm gonna rate it. I'm not enjoying it. He just kissed her out of nowhere, but he claims he hates her and she hates him too, but they both think that they're attractive to one another, but it's just like so boring. I can't. Yeah, it's currently now like 7:30. Apparently I'm supposed to be leaving in 30 minutes, but I haven't heard even a mouse walking in my house. What the guys, can you tell I'm tired? I really am. I haven't heard a pin drop, so I don't know if anybody else is awake. I guess I'll be finding that out soon. For now, I'm gonna keep listening to the audiobook and reading along, and I'm just gonna hope it gets better. Ophelia is really, really annoying. Hi everyone, do you see my under eye bags? Hold up. Oh my gosh. Anyways, Mom, basically, we got the U-Haul and now we're about to go pick up the beds from DC. It's like a 30-minute drive from my house in Maryland, so we're gonna do that. I made myself iced coffee with no ice because I realized we didn't have any ice. So that's super fun. I look like a raccoon. I listened to a little bit more of The Devil in Winter, and it's actually turning out a little bit better. I'm still holding out. I don't know. I feel iffy about it. It's like meh right now, but I'm gonna keep listening to it on the way there, back, and yeah. So that is your update. I'm just like, this is scary. Hi guys, a little update. Can they hear me? That is so embarrassing. Yes, they can because there are holes right there. But anyways, I just picked up, me and my mom just picked up the 2 beds. One of them had like so many pieces, and I have literally, I think like an hour left of The Devil Who Tamed Her. And how am I feeling? I feel like it's very boring, but it had so much potential, and I'm kind of disappointed about that. Hello everyone. I have a low car, so I have to, guys, I am so exhausted, and I am about to go to a used bookstore. I've never been to this one before. It's 22 minutes away, and I don't want to do this, and I don't know why I'm doing this. I have not slept. I've had 2 cups of coffee, and I feel like I'm gonna die. And I'm sitting outside my house right now, and I'm really contemplating whether or not I want to go to this bookstore. Like, I do, but like, geez Louise, it's so hot. And by the way, my car doesn't have air conditioning right now because it's broken, even though it's a 2017, whatever. I'm just really contemplating my life right now. I did a lot of driving today to take my mom places, U-Haul, all that crap. While I was driving, I was listening to The Devil Who Tamed Her. I finished it, and I'm giving this book 3 stars. It was overall just such a meh book for me. It was very boring. Now, I really liked the message of this book. It had a really good message about changing the way you are, and not changing the way you are, that's maybe the wrong way to put it, but just becoming a better person, and you don't have to like react so strongly and be so abrasive. That's what. Is it recording? Yes. So I ran out of storage in the car, just came back from the used bookstore, but I was saying that the book is basically about, like, you can be the most beautiful girl in the world, but if your inside's ugly and you're mean, you're not going to be attractive to anybody. And so I thought it really had a good message. I kind of related with some of the things that she faces with being super abrasive, like reacting so harshly, you know? And so that's something I need to work on. So I did get some good messages out of this book. It's just that it was so unbelievably boring. It was so boring. I cannot. The hero had no personality. He had 0 personality. I just wasn't here for him. Yeah, so basically I don't know if I said this already, I ended up rating it 3 stars. I'm kind of disappointed because everybody talks about how great of an author, historical romance author Joanna Lindsey is. I don't know if this is just a bad seed, bad apple, and the bunch of great apples, red ruby apples. But maybe I will find out another time and try Joanna Lindsey again. I do have like 4 other books from her, so maybe I'll try it again. Who knows? But now I'm going to pick out my next book, and I'm going to decide if this will be my last book or not, because I don't know. So yeah. Hey guys, I don't know what time it is. Let me check. It is 6:54 at night. I'm so glad I stayed up because now my sleep schedule will finally be on track. But I've picked out my next book. I am going to read The Rogue Not Taken by Sarah McLean. I hear great things about Sarah McLean, so I'm excited to dive into this. Apparently, this is about a girl who's trying to escape her aristocratic family, her aristocratic ties, and then all of a sudden, Marquess wants to be with her, and she's like, no, and he thinks she's playing hard to get and like tricking him into marriage, but she's like, no, I genuinely do not want you. And it sounds very good, so I'm excited to read this. I don't know if this is going to be the last book that I read, or if I want to pull through with the read a Beverly Jenkins book. It'll honestly just be, it'll just depend on how I feel after reading this one. But so far we have one that I didn't like, and one that I really enjoyed. So we're gonna keep going. Wow, I am like spinning, like I am so dizzy. But yeah, I'm excited to read this, and I will update you guys when I get into it. It's 4 days later since the last time I filmed, and I finished The Rogue Not Taken, and it was really enjoyable. I rated it 4 stars. I was going back between a 3.5 and 4, but I just decided on 4. It was so good. I should have updated you guys like throughout it, but I like would pick it up at random times and it was just awkward, you know? But it was very good. So it's kind of like a road trip romance. If you liked those books, I think you'd enjoy this book. This girl is trying to escape her aristocratic ties after she did something very bad, a scandal, and she's from this family of rich. She's from a rich family. Her dad has a lot of money, and her sisters and her are kind of like have new titles. He's an earl, and they're like ladies or whatever that is. But basically, the sisters are known, they're all named with S's, and they're called the spoiled S's. People think that they are all after money and just like horrible people and like sleep around a lot and stuff like that. Sophie hates that. She misses her original hometown before she moved to London, and she just doesn't really enjoy being in the limelight. So she makes a plan after doing something very bad. She makes a plan to leave, to go back home to where she is originally from, and she seeks help from a marquess. She really wants to ride in his carriage because she thinks that her stop is along the way, and he's like, no, like you just want to marry me and stuff like that. And then she's like, no, I just need a ride. And it's basically like a road trip romance. There's a lot of stuff that goes down in the carriages on the way there, and it was very interesting. I did think that some parts were very boring. He has like PTSD from a previous lover, so basically he just doesn't really trust her and doesn't trust her intentions, and she's like, I genuinely do not care for you, and he insults her a lot. But they ended up finding love, and they ended up really liking each other. So I liked it a lot. I thought some parts were extremely boring, other parts are very interesting. I'm still going back in my head whether or not I want to rate it a 3.5 or 4. I think I'm just gonna stick to 4. I really did enjoy it, but I don't know, it's not my favorite. I'm feeling like a 3.5, honestly. It just wasn't the best, even though the cover is beautiful and the step back is even more pretty. But yeah, that's my final opinions on this. It was interesting. Now, I decided I'm going to read a Beverly Jenkins book. I'm going to read Forbidden. The book is over there. I'm going to go get it. But yeah, that is the plan. I'm going to read that now. I'm really trying to finish this book today, so I can have this video up before the historical romance readathon. And I have another vlog that I want to get up even before then. So yeah, I'm going to do some editing, and I'm going to read Forbidden. So I will update you guys when I get a little bit into that. Guys, I don't know how to make myself look better. I'm sorry. I am halfway through Forbidden by Beverly Jenkins, and I'm really enjoying it. These are a lot more easier to understand than the other historical romances. Maybe it's because this is set in America, but I'm really enjoying it. It's basically Edie, who is the heroine. She's from Colorado, and in Colorado, she's been having a hard life, not a lot of work. Her parents died when she was younger, and not a lot has happened for her. She doesn't have a lot there. So she's a cook, and she has dreams of starting her own restaurant in California. So she saves up enough for a ticket and goes about on her way to California. and on their way there she faces trouble. She got her money stolen, so she's been having trouble moving along, and she puts herself into a situation where she gets deserted in a desert by a really awful man, and she gets rescued by the hero and the hero's friend. She's barely alive, so they take her back to, they own like a, what is it called, or it's his home, but he owns like a parlor. I forget, I'm blanking on the name, but he gets her back on her feet, and people in the town get her back on her feet. And this one lady, since she's a cook and she owns a parlor, she asks Edie to stay and cook for her. And so right now she's kind of getting used to that, making new friends, helping her out a lot in town. And Edie and Ryan, that's his name, Edie and Ryan acknowledge that they have some kind of interest in each other, but they can't do anything about it. He actually asked her to dinner, but he is actually engaged to a racist white woman, and the lady is so rude and so like annoying. I'm just like, shut up. But they see each other often because they're in town, in the same town obviously, and they acknowledge there's an attraction between them, but they don't act on it. And it's basically that right now. It's very good. I know they're gonna end up together, obviously. So I'm wondering, unless Beverly Jenkins doesn't write Happily Ever Afters, but I don't know. But yeah, so he's married. He's engaged to a really racist white woman. I'm really enjoying the history of everything. I think it's cool. Slavery has ended, and a lot of Black people have stayed with their slave owners. He's white passing. She's trying to find work and just, you know, get on her feet. So I'm really enjoying it. It's very easy to understand, super fast read. I'm already halfway done. And yeah, I will update you guys when I am done with this book. Okay, everyone. So I finished Forbidden. Now, I don't know how I feel about this book. I feel like it was, like, I literally don't know how to feel about it. There was obviously, how do I explain this book? I feel like it was kind of boring. I feel like not a lot of stuff happened in it, which I was so excited. I really wanted it to be good because everybody loves Beverly Jenkins. Maybe it's just this book, but I just felt like not a lot happened, and I felt like it was kind of insta-lovey a little bit. Like, okay, so he was white passing. His name was Ryan. He was white passing, and then when he fell for Eddie, which was very fast, by the way, he just gave up everything in his life like that. He's lived as a white man for so long, and it was just kind of unbelievable. Also, spoiler alert, Eddie's sister sends her daughters to Eddie to live with them, and Eddie is like so happy that they're there and stuff like that. But like in the beginning of the book, you didn't really see that much of a relationship with them, you know, like it was between them. Like when Eddie left, she didn't even say bye to them. Like they went into the room to go start a bath, and then she just left her sister's house without even saying bye. So a lot of it was unbelievable. A lot of it was boring, and I just felt like it was so simple. Like if I'm gonna read a historical romance, like I need stuff to happen, you know? And this book there wasn't a lot happening. I mean, I did enjoy this stuff about her being a cook, and I thought it was interesting, like how she formed relationships with people who lived in the town. Also thought it was interesting to see what Ryan went through after he came out as Black. And I thought it had, I don't know, it was just very boring to me. I really want to try another one of her books next time. I definitely will for the historical romance readathon, but this book just was boring. So yeah, that's my final opinions on it. I think I'm gonna rate it like 3 stars. Yeah, it's definitely like a 3-star read for me. Okay, you've made it to the end of the video. Hopefully this vlog wasn't too long. I rated, just a recap, I rated, what is it called? This Duke Is Mine, 5 stars. I rated The Devil Who Tamed Her, 3 stars. I rated The Rogue Not Taken by Sarah McLean, 3.5 to 4 stars, not sure yet. I rated Forbidden by Beverly Jenkins, 3 stars. I haven't picked out the best books, so hopefully for the historical romance readathon, I choose better books that I'd like more. All in all, I found that historical romances were easy to understand, and there was indeed smut, so I'm happy about that. I really did enjoy some of them, so I definitely want to check out more books by Eloisa James and try to find a better book by Beverly Jenkins. Sarah McLean was okay, and then I hear great things about Joanna Lindsay, so I definitely want to find a better book of hers. But yeah, I'm very happy with my newfound genre. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you all next time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope you have an amazing day. Bye!